And we're live! Hello, Tunbridge Wells! And hello, Internet. So this is quite interesting because I've got a camera here, and an audience over here. So, folks, welcome to the launch of my brand new album, Carry On While the World Burns. Correct responses. Excellent. We're going to get used to doing that, folks. Now, I'm going to play you the first song from the album because we're going to get started. It's actually called Carry On While the World Burns. Carry on while the world around you's burning. Carry on through the smoke and the flames. Ignore all your instincts and your learning and treat urgent action as mere parlour games. Shut down important conversations because you think your arrogance makes you look strong. Carry on while the world around you's burning. How could you ever possibly be wrong? Question evidence to the contrary. Ridicule all the people in the know. Look away because it's all too big and scary. And denial is the easy way to go. Put your faith in our aging institutions, even though they're not up to a changing tide. Carry on while the world around you's burning. No one can be allowed to dent your pride. Okay, there's some whistling that happens now. You can join in if you like. Excellent work. I realise it's quite difficult to do on the spot. I realise how crap a whistler I actually am. Divert when people ask hard questions. Hide agendas with convoluted spin. Make a joke of your shady indiscretions. For distraction is a proven way to win. Shout down important conversations. Let your country and integrity defer. Carry on while the world around you's burning. And pretend we can go on just as we were. Thank you very much, folks. I just about got through it. Huzzah! Huzzah! Fantastic. So, hopefully, we're going live to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube over here, and TikTok over here. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Tunbridge Wells. The Green Duck, Tunbridge Wells! Now, I have a confession to make, and this did become a bit of a joke that I was making in gigs when I played this song, but it's actually true now. I've lost my kazoo. That isn't a euphemism. I've actually lost my kazoo. This next song has a kazoo part in it. And so instead, I'm going to have to play the mouth trumpet. Again, not a euphemism. This is a song about that time in your life where you've been doing life for so long that you realize you don't know the first thing about it. You have no idea what you're doing. This is a song called The Less I Think I Know. I thought I had this worked out, that I was good to go. But the more I find out, the less I think I know. I believed that I had all the skills and that at last they'd start to show. But seeing the complexities, the less I think I know. The more I learn, the more the world confuses me. The wiser I become, the more I doubt. The more revealed, the greater is the mystery. And the less I understand exactly what it's all about, I was so sure yesterday, now instinct tells me no. And looking at it all again, the less I think I know. I thought I had the answers and could just go with the flow, but they only brought more questions. Now the less I think I know. I believed I was an expert, but alas, it isn't so. From hubris to humility, the less I think I know. The more I learn, the more I see the angles, fractures and the actual scope and scale. The more that I unwind, the more it tangles. And what used to whisper success is now screaming out as fail. Time marches on, the years go by, the seasons come and go. And it satisfies that as I learn, the less I'll think I know. Thank you very much, folks. Huzzah! Fantastic. Okay, now, this is where the fact that I'm playing through the album as an album feels a little bit confusing, because this next song really should be later in the set, because I think it's a bit of a banger, if I'm honest. But because of where it is on the album, this is where I'm playing it. Now, this is a song that I wrote with the help of my Patreon community, who last year I was having a little bit of a down day and decided I wanted to think of all of the tiniest, smallest wins that I possibly could. Okay. The smaller the better, that help you get through the day just a little bit. And so I went onto Patreon and asked my patrons to give me their examples. And then I built this song around that. So this is a song called I Could Really Use a Win Today. And it's a bit of a banger, this one. It's a bit of a belter. If you want to have a dance, feel free, because it's one of those kind of songs. And there's a join-in bit in a little while as well. So let's give this a go. I feel like I should be doing all kinds of rock poses and stuff, but it's not me, really. I could really use a win today with everything that's going on. It can be something simple. It doesn't need to be a big one. It's hard to keep your spirit up and carry on amid the stress when you need some motivation, but the world is in a mess. I could really use a win today to change the course of this week. Offer some small interlude while things are seeming bleak. It's tough to keep on going and do anything but sit when you're desperate for a bit of light, but the whole world's gone to shit. Arriving just on time to what I thought I'd be late for a parcel I don't have to sit in for 8 hours to wait for. A decent sandwich filling with the lunchtime meal, taking the skin off the potato in a single peel. A cup of tea I'd left forgotten next to my seat to be quiet. A green light at the traffic stop as soon as I'm there. A parting that means nowhere when I'm styling my hair. When life starts wearing me down, a small nudge can be what's needed to turn the day around. Reaching out, trying to see the tiniest piece of positivity when you feel like giving up the fight. Small victories can bring respite. Opening the microwave before it goes ping, answering the phone after a single ring, walking onto a bus without having to wait, a decent rest when I work for 14 hours straight, finding out a bill won't be as much as I thought, leaving work a little early without getting caught, getting to the pub and being able to sit, the positive signs of a healthy shit. Okay, folks, now, if there's any part that you're going to take away with you from this song, it's this next part, okay? I'd like you to join in with me on this when you pick it up. It goes like this. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Sing it! Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. A letter saying I'm getting a tax rebate, still making my train when my connecting was late. A new episode of that TV show, or being able to sit and binge it all in one go. Attempting a shot at the waste paper bin, and only taking one try for it to go in. A USB going into the connection last time, running the perfect song lyric and ends with a rhyme. Bumping into an old friend that I haven't seen for years. Not having to queue for ages at the bar when buying beers. Or the news that Nigel Farage has finally gone away. Whatever form it takes, I could really use a win today. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much indeed. Huzzah! Excellent. Now, this next one is a rare attempt by me at being earnest. I don't do it a lot because it makes me uncomfortable. So this is a bit more of a serious song. And just to let you know a little bit about my background, when I went to college, I went to a college in a town called Luton. Does anybody know Luton? Yeah. Yes, okay. For those of you in different parts of the world, Luton is not considered a particularly attractive place in the UK. However, it is where I went to college. Okay, so when I was a student, post-16, I spent a lot of time in Luton. And so I have a real affinity with the town. And I hadn't been back there for quite a while when I went back a few years ago. And I was kind of aware of how much things had changed there. And it kind of led me kind of thinking about kind of how much towns change when we're away from them. And then you realize you go back and you don't really know it anymore. So this song is a bit of a nostalgic song by me. And it was inspired by Luton, although it is not specifically about Luton. I don't mention Luton in it at all, so don't worry about that. But yes, this is a song called These Old Streets. And it features violin by the excellent Mr. Sam Barrett and guitar by Charlie Luscombe. So close I can almost touch it, but alas now so far behind. Just one more crazy night would be amazing, though I'm not certain of the common ground we'd find. These old streets have changed so much since I last saw them. That trendy cafe used to be the pub, where we get started on pints and shots at 2 for 1 before heading down to the club. But the folks I used to know left here many years ago, and while I was certain we'd return again, these days I'm not as sure as I once was before that we'll walk these old streets just like we did back then. These old streets of this old town, where the echoes of the past now remain, consigned to grainy photographs and stories told for laughs. Will we ever walk together down these old streets again? The grey hairs and the bellies and the backaches, the remnants of a life now long past, the tales of the traumas and the heartbreaks just go to show good things are never meant to last. Faces that were once all so familiar are faded now with absence or with age, and the immeasurable bonds that at the time seemed so strong reduced to updates on a social media page. And you people passing through will never care to have a clue about the effort and the energy we spend clinging to our own sense of belonging, left wondering now where the years all went. These old streets of this old town, where the echoes of the past now remain, consigned to grainy photographs and stories told for laughs. Will we ever walk together down these old streets again? La di da, la di da, da da di da, la da da di da, da di da. La di da, la di da, la di da, da da di da, la da da di da. These old streets of this old town, where the echoes of the past now remain, consigned to grainy photographs and stories told for laughs. But will we ever walk together down these old streets again? La di da, la di da, da da di da, la da da di da, la di da. La di da, la di da, la di da, da da di da, la da da di da. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. There we go. Getting all sentimental there. I promise I won't make a habit of it. So yeah, I should really kind of give shout outs to the people that helped me record the album. Obviously, Lee's over here. Lee, for anyone who's watching the live streams now, Lee is the chap who's doing sound, the live sound here, but he is also my producer, the person that mixes all my albums and masters all the albums as well and makes them sound professional rather than what I can create. So that's Lee over here, Lee Head. And also, obviously, Sam Barrett on that one. Charlie Luscombe played guitar on some of the tracks, and so did Adam Pitt. And Tom Carradine, who some of you may know from around here, played piano and accordion on the tracks as well, including this one, which was written 2 years ago now. Do you remember during that summer where it got to 40 degrees? Do you remember that summer? It got to 40 degrees. It was horrible, all sitting around in our underwear. Okay, I wrote a song back then, which did fairly well on TikTok. And so I just decided to extend it out and turn it into a full song in time for the following summer. That summer was a washout. But actually, it did fairly well this year. This is a song called It's Too Bloody Hot. Sun, beating down all day, it's just no fun wasting away all the hours inside as we attempt to hide from the brutal burning weather that has headed our way. Stick the fan on and keep the curtains closed. It seems strange when people say that despite the dire warnings on the forecast every morning, these temperatures are normal and okay. Because it's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot. It has been like this now for 3 days on the trot. I appreciate the summer, but I'll tell you what, it's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot. Removing clothes and sitting still is helping not a jot. People say, go out, enjoy it. But I think not, because it's too bloody hot. My pale and pasty form was not designed for this heat, and I know that it does no good to complain. So I guess I'll have to sit back and admit defeat, hunker down at home and pray that there'll be rain. It's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot, even in the sanctuary of that nice shady spot. So if you have ideas for cooling down, I'll give them a shot, because it's too bloody hot. Everybody! It's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot. It has been like this now for 3 days on the trot. I appreciate the summer, but I'll tell you what, it's too bloody hot. Excellent! It's too bloody hot. It's too bloody hot. Removing clothes and sitting still is helping not a jot. People say, go out, enjoy it, but I think not, because my pale and pasty form was not designed for this heat, and I know that it does no good to complain. So I guess I'll have to sit back and admit defeat, hunker down at home and pray that there'll be rain. It's too bloody hot, it's too bloody hot, even in the sanctuary of that nice shady spot. So if you have ideas for cooling down, I'll give them a shot, because... Thank you very much, folks. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Huzzah! Huzzah! Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. Now, this next song is going to sound like a threat, but it's not. It actually comes from a very positive place. Okay. I realized at one point last year I was having a good day and I was feeling good about things. And I tried to remind myself I should enjoy that moment because the likelihood is that the following day or the following week, I would be feeling shit about things. And I'd want to desperately remember what it was like to be feeling good about things again. So I tried to remind myself that. And I wrote this song. It's a song called Enjoy It While It Lasts. It's not a threat, I promise, but it is in a minor key. So let's give it a go. We can do some swaying as well if you like. That happy, glowing feeling, that cozy state of bliss, that feeling of euphoria that very soon you'll miss. That little bit of happiness will at some point be past. So pay attention to it and enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. That little bit of happiness will at some point be past. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Pay attention to it and enjoy it while it lasts. The good times may be rolling, the party's in full swing. Endless joys these long and rosy salad days may bring. But bear in mind the great dark gloomy clock is ticking fast. Short savor now the golden days, enjoy them while they last. Enjoy them while they last. Enjoy them while they last. Bear in mind the great dark gloomy clock is ticking fast. Enjoy them while they last. Enjoy them while they last. Savor now the golden days, enjoy them while they last. Who knows what tomorrow brings and what fresh hell lies in store? Best enjoy the good days while you can. You might not be getting any more. So try to catch the moment, take every second in. You'll need the nice warm memories when the cold hard nights begin. Someday soon you'll sit back and you'll look around aghast. Be sure to seize today and to enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Someday soon you'll sit back and you'll look around aghast. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Be sure to seize today and to enjoy it while it lasts. Be sure to seize today and to enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you very much, folks. See, and it ends in a major key, which means it's a positive song, you see. There we go. Okay. So, now, who came to my last show here? The last time I was here a couple of months ago. Or last month, in fact. Okay. Only one person. Fantastic. Oh, a couple of people. Okay. So, you already know the answer to the next thing. Okay. So, the next song is autobiographical. Everything in it is true except for one detail. Okay. And I want you to try and guess what that one detail is, folks. Okay. Okay, so all of it's true except for one single thing. Okay. Let's give it a go. I dreamed a dream in times gone by after seeing it on telly. So I formed a band to tour the land, become legendary. We played a bunch of local shows and thought that we were really it. Alas, our friends were too polite to admit to us that we were shit. The dream continued for a while. Times began to change. Adulthood crept up on us, and folks seemed to deem the adult dreamers strange. With new grown-up priorities, we trudged along until each one of us was forced to get a job that actually paid the bills. And now I'm left here to accept that my life's trajectory hasn't been what the films and TV shows suggested it would be. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but in all probability I'll never get offered that headline slot at Glastonbury. In my teenage, I graced the stage and took on many parts as a student of acting and of the other performing arts. Film stardom beckoned, so I thought, but little did I know I have what's technically known as a face for radio. I had just one paid acting job as a shopping centre Santa Claus, and I grew somewhat jaded with the lack of audience applause. Chasing that great unicorn became a ball and chain, till the dawning realization that I'd likely never play the Dane. And now I'm left here to accept that my life's trajectory hasn't been what the films and TV shows suggested it would be. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but in all probability I'll never get that Oscar from the Film Academy. Guitar by Adam Pitnow. When he recorded it, he asked me how dirty I wanted it. And I told him filthy. Now here I stand, aged murderer, with newfound inclination after various diversions like the 14-year career in education, holding on to passions for my own sanity, taking me to places I lost all hope I'd ever be. Now it feels grand to tour the land, playing in the pubs and clubs, and I really can't complain because I'd nearly given up. It can be difficult to find joy in the utter mess of the trying times we live in, where survival is the new success. And it's taken some time to accept that my life's trajectory hasn't been what the films and TV shows suggested it would be. but now I'm ready to embrace my mediocrity. Perhaps they might still offer me an afternoon slot at Glastonbury. Perhaps they might still offer me an afternoon slot at Glastonbury. Perhaps they might still offer me an afternoon slot at Glastonbury. Thank you very much, folks. Now, did anyone guess what the lie was? Something to do with Santa. It wasn't the Santa. No, I was actually a shopping centre Santa Claus. And that was actually the moment where I was coming down the ski slope in Escape in Milton Keynes, dressed as Father Christmas with two ski instructors dressed as reindeers on the front of it. That was the moment I had where I thought, do you know what, this acting thing isn't for me. So no, that was absolutely true. Any other guesses at all?
I wouldn't call this mediocre.
Okay, I wouldn't call it mediocre. That's lovely to say, but you know, some would argue otherwise. No, the only lie in there is I was never in a shit band. All of my bands have been great. People just weren't ready for them. So, for those of you who aren't aware, I have been writing a song a week for the last 37 weeks and posting it across social media on all the different platforms. And basically, it's a way of writing a silly little song, seeing if people like it. If people do, then I might extend it and make it longer and record it properly. Okay, so that's what happened with It's Too Bloody Hot. And it's what happened with this next song, actually. Got stupidly successful. And I very, very quickly had to write another couple of verses for it and record it. So this is a song about not being able to get to sleep at night. It's called My Brain Won't Shut the Fuck Up. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I try to go to bed. Suddenly all kinds of thoughts start racing round my head. Sometimes creative visions and sometimes just creeping dread, or re-evaluations of the stupid things I've said. Lying in the darkness, in the silence on my own, trying hard to go to sleep and not look at my phone, wanting to wake somebody but staring at the void instead. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I try to go to bed. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I want to go to sleep. Thoughts of past embarrassments each night upon me creep. Some random song from years ago gets stuck there on repeat. Or worries about the week ahead just make me want to weep. Regulating temperature by flipping over my pillow. Convinced I need the bathroom, but not able to go. Trying everything from reading books to counting sheep. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I try to go to sleep. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I try to close my eyes. Thoughts of past embarrassments come back and say, surprise! Smartphone internet seems like a curse now in disguise, and the bed suddenly feels too small for someone of my size. Jealous of my partner who drifts off so easily, turning over in frustration to watch them sleeping peacefully, only managing to doze just before it's time again to rise. My brain won't shut the fuck up when I try to close my eyes. Thank you very much, folks. Huzzah! Huzzah! Just checking. Okay. Now, I did say I was going to perform the whole album through, but there is one song I've had to miss because I do not own the copyright to it because it was written by my good friend Madam Misfit. Now, in the past, I've had issues with copyright strikes on YouTube and across social media and that kind of thing. So I dare not try and perform it. And anyway, I can't perform it without her. So it's a song to go and have a listen to on the album. It's a song called The Things That You Do for Love. Okay. And it's a duet between us two. It's fantastic. But I'm not going to perform it live because she's not here. But also, I don't want to put it on YouTube because I'll get a copyright strike for it. And even though I've got permission to use it, these kind of things get caught up. So yes, there's one song missing. There's one song missing. However, the next one is what I like to think of as my alternative national anthem. Okay. And it's a British anthem encompassing all of Britain, not just England. Okay. What I thought it'd be nice to have an anthem that didn't revolve around colonialism or worshipping an unelected figurehead, okay, or God, because none of those things are particularly appealing to me or to the people on general in the country, I don't believe. So I thought I'd write a unifying anthem. And actually, the reaction that I got on social media too is too bloody hot, of people across the world telling me, oh, you should come to Texas or you should come to Australia to find out how hot it is really. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm British. It inspired this song, which I'm going to sing for you now. And there is a bit where I'm going to ask you to stand up, okay, and to put your hand to your heart, okay, because it's a British anthem, you see. So let's give this a go. Come rain or shine, come hot or cold, all across the land. Whatever else divides us, on one thing we're hand in hand. From Norfolk to Snowdonia, from Dawlish to Dundee. Our differences set aside, united all are we. Our friends who live on distant shores may never empathise, and look on in confusion when they see us start to rise. For we'll all stand together, whatever people say, and complain about the weather every season, every day. At home, at work, attending school, or off on holiday, we'll complain whatever the weather, for it is the British way. Sit back down again. From White Cliffs to the Highlands, cross rivers, lochs and streams, satisfied with fair to middling, not accustomed to extremes. Through valley, dale and moorland, through conditions low and high, you'll see us tut and shake heads, be it wet or be it dry. Not comfortable with heat exceeding 24 degrees Celsius. Bring catches us off guard, and snowfall brings us to our knees. For we'll all stand together, whatever people say, and complain about the weather every season, every day. At home, at work, attending school, or off on holiday, we'll complain whatever the weather, for it is the British way. Stay standing, folks. For all stands together, whatever people say, and complain about the weather every season, every day. The one thing that unites us all, forever come what may, we'll complain whatever the weather, for it is the British much, folks. Huzzah! Huzzah! Excellent. There we go. My alternative British anthem. I'd love to hear us singing that at the football, would you? Now, as some of you may or may not know, last year, on the 5th of November, a stupid night, you'll see why in a second, we adopted a not quite 2-year-old German Shepherd named Luca from the Dogs Trust. We brought him home on bonfire night. Clever us. Anyway, he proceeded to come in and cause havoc in our life. And at various points, we had that moment of thinking, what the fuck have we just done? And it inspired this next song, which I think actually can be applied to any situation where you've made a big life choice and you've kind of doubted your choices very early on and just had to power through and hope for the best. Okay, so this is a song called I Think We Can Do This. It's quite rocking. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but now the rosy tint has gone. We're left with reality and buyer's remorse, because what the fuck have we just done? Did we think this through? Were we being naive? Did we just choose a punch in the face? As the chaos ensues, we scream in the wind and we flap around all over the place. Why the hell did we actively seek this out? It's exactly what everyone warned us about. But did we listen? Did we fuck? Because it all felt exciting and new. But if we brace for the long haul and really dig deep, hold on through the carnage and the lack of sleep, remain united and don't lose our nerve, do you reckon we can see this through? Because I do. We can do this. I think that we can do this. It doesn't seem it now, but I'm hoping that we'll see. If we can keep on going and white knuckle it through this, exactly how amazing life can be. We can do this. I think. We thought we knew it all, now we know just what lay in store. Now the cold light of day makes it all seem bleak, especially bad of losing someone unsure. Did we make a mistake? Did we shit the bed? Did we willingly just start up in fire? Did we talk ourselves up just a little too much? Is the situation really this dire? But if we can hang on just a little bit longer, do you think we can make a success? It can break us completely or make us stronger. The rewards outweigh the risks. Then I guess I think we can do this. I think that we can do this. It doesn't seem it now, but I'm hoping that we'll see. If we can keep on going and white knuckle it through this, exactly how amazing life could be. We can do this. I think. Mr. Tom Carradine on the piano, folks. I didn't realise when I recorded this how awkward performing a song with a solo in the middle that you're not actually playing is when you perform by yourself. Okay, I'm going to get you to join in with this. Okay. And I want you to convince me, folks. Okay. So you're going to hear what the backing vocals are doing in a second. You're going to join in with that. But I want you to convince me. I want to believe you that we can do this, okay?
We can do
So you're going to join in with that, okay?
We can do this.
But you're not convincing me just yet.
Can do
So
this.
let's be more enthusiastic,
Can
folks.
do this.
Come on, more.
We can do this.
I'm starting to believe you, but I'm not sure.
Can do this.
Okay, maybe.
We can do
All right, all right.
We can
I believe you, we can. Let's do it. We can do this. I think that we can do this. It doesn't seem it now, but I'm hoping that we'll see if we can keep on going and white-knuckle it through this, exactly how amazing life could be. We can do this. I think that we can do this. It doesn't seem it now, but I'm hoping that we'll see if we can keep on going and white-knuckle it through this, exactly how amazing life could be. We can do this, I think. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much. Now, we've actually reached the end of the album. One more song left. And this one was inspired by difficult journeys, across the country over the last few years. But also the difficult journey I feel like lots of us have been on since about 2020, where we've been finding out a lot about the world and realizing how fucking horrible a lot of it is, and coming to terms with our own part in that. Some people call it going woke, which, yes, I have. I'm a big wokey bratty. I dance the wokey cokey, and I'm proud of it. So really, this is a song about that. But you can choose not to interpret it in that way if you like, but that is the real interpretation of it. This is a song called Nowhere in the World, And your part in it is quite simple. Whenever you hear me sing the line, I'd rather be, you're going to shout out, I'd rather be. So it goes, I'd rather be.
I'd rather be.
Shout it, folks, shout it. I'd rather be.
I'd rather be.
I'd rather be.
I'd rather be.
Fantastic. So you're going to hear that from various points in the song. And I want you to join in with it. It goes like this. And then we're going to have a little break. And I'm going to leave folks from the stream then. So. It's taken time to get here, lots of time. The roads are all in gridlock, there are leaves upon the line. Obstacle encountered seem to want to push us back, to send us up the wrong path or stop us in our tracks. Minded determination drove us on to deal with our own feelings when we found out we were wrong. Choruses of voices urging that we just give in, that we never ever get here, that we never ever win. Many times we've had to change direction when it finally dawned on us that we couldn't. After innumerable moments of reflection and finding it was taking longer than it should, if I'd not been on this journey, then I wouldn't be here now. And now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's taken time to get here, but we got here in the end. And I am relieved that I can now step back and clearly see we'd not been on this journey, then I wouldn't be here now. And now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's not been easy, I'll admit, and at times I wasn't sure, but now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. I'd rather be. I'd rather be. There's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's not been easy, I'll admit, and at times I wasn't sure, but now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Sadly, there has been a price to pay. With the self-defeating habits we cast off along the way, acquaintances of circumstance sense the change to come and won't offer their forgiveness when they see you're moving on. Though it would be great to move together, you're left wondering if in fact you even could, with the need to navigate the stormy weather. and embrace the change it offers now for good. But if we'd not been on this journey, then I wouldn't be here now. And now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's taken time to get here, but we got here in the end. And I am relieved that I can now step back and clearly see. If we'd not been on this journey, then I wouldn't be here now. And now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's not been easy, I'll admit, and at times I wasn't sure, but now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. I'd rather be. I'd rather be. There's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's not been easy, I'll admit, and at times I wasn't sure, but now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. It's not been easy, I'll admit, and at times I wasn't sure, but now there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Thank you very much, folks. Huzzah! Huzzah! Fantastic. So I'm going to say goodbye to the live stream now. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. The new album is available to stream and download from my website, or download from my website. You can buy it from there. You can stream and download from your preferred music platform. If you want a CD, you can order those through my website as well. I've not got them yet. So there's no guarantee that those will arrive before Christmas. But I'm doing my best, I promise. But stay safe, take care, and until next time, toodle pip.